Minsan yung mga ibang
Mahal
ganun,
kasi yung headless eh.
bawal recolor eh.
Legit na headless eh, mahal eh. Tsaka yung ano,
Mahal.
ano yun yung ano, butulo yung pa. Parang putol yung pa.
Ay, yung core block?
Core blocks ba yun?
Oo, yung core block.
Yung walang pa, putol yung pa.
Oo, yung putol yung paa. Ayun yung pinakamahal. 50 ano ata
Mahal
yun,
talaga nun.
50k.
Ay, yung flow yung pa.
50k
Parang
daw
putol
yun
yung
eh.
pa.
Throwback. Ay, yung core block? Alam mo pinakamahal
Core blocks
dito,
ba
yung
yun?
mga dominoes.
Oh,
Oo, yung core block.
Yung walang pa, putol yung pa.
Oo, yung putol yung paa. Ayun yung pinakamahal. 50 ano ata
Mahal
yun,
talaga nun.
50k.
Ay, yung flow yung pa.
50k daw yun eh. Ang ano eh. Throwback. Ang pangit tignan, kaso ano. Ay, yung core block? Alam mo pinakamahal dito. Popular kasi ito dati. Oo, yung core block.
Yung walang pa, putol yung pa.
Oo, yung putol yung paa. Ayun yung pinakamahal. 50 ano ata
Mahal
yun,
talaga nun.
50k.
Ay, yung flow yung pa.
50k daw yun eh. Ang ano eh. Throwback. Ang pangit tignan, kaso ano. Ay, yung core block? Alam mo pinakamahal. Popular kasi ito dati. Oo, yung core block.
Yung walang pa, putol yung pa.
Pag binili mo talaga yung paa, ayun yung pinakamahal. 50 ano ata
Mahal
yun,
talaga nun.
50k.
Ay, yung flow yung pa.
50k daw yun eh. Ang ano eh. Throwback. Kaya pag may kaso ano. Ay, yung core block? Alam mo pinakamahal. Popular kasi ito dati. Oo, yung core block.
Yung walang pa, putol yung pa.
Pag binili mo talaga yung paa, ayun yung pinakamahal. 50 ano ata yun, 50k.
Flow yung pa.
50k daw yun eh. Ang ano eh. Throwback. Kaya pag may kaso ano. Ay, yung core block? Alam mo pinakamahal. Popular kasi ito dati. Oo, yung core block.
Yung walang pa, putol yung pa.
Pag binili mo talaga yung paa, ayun yung pinakamahal. 50 ano ata yun, 50k.
Flow yung pa.
50k daw yun eh. Ang ano eh. Throwback. Kaya pag may kaso ano. Ay, yung core block? Alam mo pinakamahal. Popular kasi ito dati. Oo, yung core block.
Yung walang pa, putol yung pa.
Pag binili mo talaga yung paa, ayun yung pinakamahal. 50 ano ata yun, 50k.
Flow yung pa.
50k daw yun eh. Ang ano eh. Throwback. Kaya pag may kaso ano. Ay, yung core block? Alam mo pinakamahal. Popular kasi ito dati. Oo, yung core block.
Yung walang pa, putol yung pa.
Pag binili mo talaga yung paa, ayun yung pinakamahal. 50 ano ata yun, 50k.
Flow yung pa.
50k daw yun eh. Ang ano eh. Throwback. Kaya pag may kaso ano. Ay, yung core block? Alam mo pinakamahal. Popular kasi ito dati. Oo, yung core block.
Yung walang pa, putol yung pa.
Pag binili mo talaga yung paa, ayun yung pinakamahal. 50 ano ata yun, 50k.
Flow yung pa.
50k daw yun eh. Ang ano eh. Throwback. Kaya pag may kaso ano. Ay, yung core block? Alam mo pinakamahal. Popular kasi ito dati. Oo, yung core block.
Yung walang pa, putol yung pa.
Pag binili mo talaga yung paa, ayun yung pinakamahal. 50 ano ata yun, 50k.
Flow yung pa.
50k daw yun eh. Ang ano eh. Throwback. Kaya pag may kaso ano. Ay, yung core block? Alam mo pinakamahal. Popular kasi ito dati. Oo, yung core block.
Yung walang pa, putol yung pa.
Pag binili mo talaga yung paa, ayun yung pinakamahal. 50 ano ata yun, 50k.
Flow yung pa.
50k daw yun eh. Ang ano eh. Throwback. Kaya pag may kaso ano. Ay, yung core block? Alam mo pinakamahal. Popular kasi ito dati. Oo, yung core block.
Yung walang pa, putol yung pa.
Pag binili mo talaga yung paa, ayun yung pinakamahal. 50 ano ata yun, 50k.
Flow yung pa.
50k daw yun eh. Ang ano eh. Throwback. Kaya pag may kaso ano. Ay, yung core block? Alam mo pinakamahal. Popular kasi ito dati. Oo, yung core block.
Yung walang pa, putol yung pa.
Pag binili mo talaga yung paa, ayun yung pinakamahal.
Cheeseburgers. Cheeseburger. 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 cheeseburgers.
Sino ako? Atomic din.
Atomic? Okay.
Ayun, naparehas lang. Icon kay White Build.
Oo nga, parehas nga.
Ay, new banner pala, no? Sino yung bago? Hindi yun na ba? Kaso wala pa ako pili. Giyo o yung nung flipid sana.
Problema dyan, nagbibuild ka ng PT, tapos bibigyan ka bigla ng ano.
Ng off-rate. Malala di pag guaranteed eh.
Sim.
Ayaw mag-load kung sinong nasa bahay. Hindi, kanina pa palang 11 to.
Hindi nga nag-update, bakit?
Manual kasi.
Sim.
Ang konti ata ng active na ano nila dito.
Oo.
Naglalag yung server nila eh, butik yun.
Chill.
Hindi ba ako?
Hindi po, ate.
Hindi po.
Kakagising ko lang.
Good
ka pa gumising?
morning.
Nagising ka pa?
Aray mo.
Lala nyo.
Tangina, si said good morning. Yung isa, ba't ka pa gumising? Tangina. Yung isa, gumising ka pa. Tangina.
Biroin nyo lang ang lasing. Biroin nyo na ang lasing, wag lang bagong gising. Addict talaga kayo.
Ulit oh. Grabe gising ko.
Cheeseburger. Cheeseburger.
I have an important announcement to make. I am officially an affiliate at Poggers. They offer energy, hydration,
Rum into cart now.
In this box are over 1,000 ants, and in this video we're going to not only make them a new nest, but this nest will also have an ant elevator. They will also be put to the test to take on live boss fights to secure their new home, and we'll get to watch how over 1,000 ants take down prey.
Like genuinely, I've never felt so stressed in my life.
I got Ants HQ to send me everything I could possibly need to take care of 1,000 ants. They sent me out some video roaches and some red runner bugs. And yes, these bugs will be the ants challenge later in the video. There's also loads of different parts to build their nest and outworld, and we also, of course, got the ant elevator too, which is insanely cool. And last but not least, the vials of thousands of ants waiting to get out into their new home. Not only that, but there's loads of tiny little ant eggs waiting and will be hatching soon. There's also different types of ants as well within this colony, which is super cool, like these soldier ants. They will carry much bigger items and prey to help out the smaller workers. They're also known to have a pretty nasty bite with those massive mandibles. Let's make the ants a new outfit. First, I need to look up how to build it with these instructions, and if you know how any man works, we don't know. Also, enjoy the satisfying one. I skipped the building process as I didn't want to go through what I finally have. This is where the ants will have their battles later on in the video and collect food and water. Now to decorate it, I just filled it with some sand, but not too much as I didn't want them to think this was a nest and start digging. I then added some rocks to create enrichment, and I also added this wood to complete the look, and with that, the outworld was pretty much complete. You'll see later when I add them, but let's just say we had a few ants having a Braveheart moment and I felt a few bites. I then add the main nest to the outlet. This is where the queen will live alongside the workers and soldiers. Now remember, we will be adding another nest on top of this nest with an elevator. After that, it was time for the final sauce. It was time to inject the secret serum into the ant food. And get it, it's literally just water that I'll use on the sponge inside the nest to create what we need. But there are some crazy ants out there that I can buy, so if you want to see some alien ants, give this video a like so it'll win. And well, here goes nothing. It was time to add the ants into their new nest. Look how many ants there are crawling around waiting to get in. I opened up each container one by one, and they all started to flood out like tiny little zombies. This was crazy to see. You can also see the soldier ants starting to explore the new place too. These ants are crazy big compared to the workers. And as the others were exploring, one small worker checked out the nest to make sure it was safe and reported back his findings to the colony. But this is where the mistake I was talking about earlier on was about to happen. Yeah, you see that? That's loads of ants on the outside of the outlet.
Now see, I have a pretty big problem. I completely forgot that I had to use this, which if we zoom in on it, it basically is escape prevention solution. So you know how all those ants escape? And if we look around here, I forgot to put the solution on top before putting the lid on. Yeah. What do I do? Now I did it off camera because it was actually stressing me out, like genuinely I've never felt so stressed in my life. I'm an idiot, I completely forgot to do that, so it's my own fault. But you can see I've got a layer of it now around the top, so now I can just take the lid off like so, and yeah, it's sort of clean in certain parts, like over there. One or two, yeah, it's not a huge deal. It's just that, you know, this now I can actually keep them and record them properly. I mean, just look at the size of that animal. It's crazy. It looks so cool.
So, when finally getting everything sorted, I gave the ants the rest of the night to fully chill before I give them their first challenge in the morning. And on the next day, the ants were still out and about gathering supplies, but hadn't moved into the nest. So I thought it would be a good time to give them the first of many challenges. Their first challenge will be these flightless fruit flies. These are small but very fast and will be a good starter challenge for the ants. After dropping a few flies into the tank, the workers instantly started to attack the flies. Every single ant was on high alert trying to figure out what was going on. And one by one, the ants started to swarm them and slowly take pieces out of the flies. Some of the soldier ants even got involved, and when these ants get into the action, you know it's over for the flies due to the size of the mandibles on these ants. Then, once the flies have been defeated, they then carry them away to be stored as fuel for the colony. This was an easy challenge for the ants, but trust me, the next two challenges they have are a lot more difficult. Now, after feeding the ants, I noticed something crazy. I for some reason at the time thought that this was the queen, but I was wrong. And here's why. The queen somehow got to the nest without me seeing, and look at the size of her. I think the reason why I couldn't see her before is because if you see now, she's completely covered by ants. So it just looked like a pile of ants. But
drink your memory, so you can live on. Surprise! What is it you're feeling? Oh,
Under them is a giant queen, and she was escaping into the nest for safety from the attack that just happened. You can see as she moves further into the nest to explore it, all the ants cover her to protect her from any threats that might be in the nest. They basically make a shield. I then come back the next day to check up on the nest, and the ants were still covering the queen, keeping her safe. They even started to move the eggs into the nest too. And after a few more days of the ants settling into their home, I decided to move the ant tubes out of the tank to give them more space for the next challenge. This challenge was a lot bigger, a lot faster, and honestly, I'm not even sure if they can take them down. I'm gonna give them a red runner, which is basically a small cockroach. After placing it into the tank, it started to run around like crazy, figure out the situation it was in. Now, if the ants wanted to take their bugs in, they'd have to do it together, because these ants are extremely small compared to the roach. After a while of running around, and the ants not really knowing what to do, the roach made a massive mistake. You can see he started to look around this hole. Unknown to the roach, this hole leads directly to the ant nest. Before I could even set up my phone to record, the roach launched an attack straight into the nest, and instantly he was thrown onto his back and swarmed insects. It was insane to see how quickly the ants responded to an attack on the nest, and how quickly they flooded the roach. And it wasn't just the workers and soldiers that wanted to take a shot at the intruder. The queen also came over to inspect what was going on, and actually started to attack it as well. And then, after about 5 minutes, the swarm was complete and the roach was pretty much dead. Outside in the outworld, things were pretty much dead too. All of the action was all over the roach, and there was hardly any ants out exploring, so I thought this would be a good time to give them the ant elevator. Now this was a lot easier said than done, as to connect the elevator, that means I had to disconnect the nest. And in this nest, there's thousands of ants that will storm out once I disconnect it. But I had a plan, and the plan was to stuff the end of connectors with tissue paper as quickly as I could. And as you can see, I had a few ants escape. Now with all the ants secure in the nest, I then had to connect the towers that will hold the second nest up in the air. When screwing the towers into place, I had to be careful not to knock the tissue paper out or bang the nest and annoy them more than I already am. I then connected the second nest to all the pillars, and we finally had it set up. But we were missing a crucial part, the elevator to get them from the first nest to the second nest. And after connecting it off camera, I finally had it complete. But I wasn't going to let them get this second nest easy. Guarding this nest will be an armored bug, an isopod. These bugs are pretty difficult to take down, and honestly, they might not even be able to do it. But if they want that second nest, they're gonna have to. After placing the isopod in, he instantly stood at the stairs like a bodyguard. And then, as per usual with my videos, just before I could record it, the isopod went flying down the elevator and straight into the outside of the nest. We know what happens if these bugs go into an ant nest. It's pretty much an instant death penalty waiting to happen. He ran back up the elevator, and while in the elevator, you can see some ants were starting to climb all over the bug. Then, out of nowhere, the isopod escaped out of the nest into the open world, with ants literally riding on his back trying to take it down. This was like something out of a movie. It was insane to see. After about 5 minutes of the ants struggling to take down the isopod, one of the soldiers came out to see what was going on. And out of nowhere, the soldier ant also got on top of the bug and tried his best to get through the thick armor of the isopod, which even the soldier ant was struggling to do. About 10 minutes later, the isopod went into the connector between the ant nest. I couldn't see it and I couldn't get a shot of it, but as you can see, all of the ants from the nest went onto red alert and started to rush over to the connector to help out. And the next day, I seen what was left of the isopod, just its shell of an armor and nothing else. The ants somehow managed to defeat it. And with that, we had now given the ants all their challenges and a brand new home. Should I continue updating you guys with future videos on how this colony is doing? Let me know, and if you enjoyed, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Luke, what's going on over there? I'm doing the work. I'm doing everything. You're way too scatterbrained. You are using way too many tools. You can get it all done with ClickUp. It houses your docs. You can share calendars. You can share files. You can chat with your team. You can video conference, and it's all powered with AI. Here, use ClickUp.
Oh, this is cool. What does this app do?
Everything.
Thanks.
Grammarly helps me get the best grades possible while depleting the least amount of hours of my week. I'm Lauren Taylor. I'm a student in Future CMO, and I am a Grammarly user. I first got Grammarly to help me with my college application essays, but now it's kind of cool because it's evolved as a platform. Grammarly's AI Compose can help me narrow down what to write about. I can, in 15, 20 minutes, have a decent outline of what I'm going to be writing over the next week or so. It can tell me things like add more direct quotes if maybe it's gotten a little stale. One of Grammarly's best features is the AI and plagiarism detector. If I quote someone a little too closely, Grammarly can pull that article for me and help me create the citation. Grammarly is tailored with writers in mind, with creators in mind, with communicators in mind. If, as a student, you want to put your best foot forward, Grammarly is your go-to. Download Grammarly for free.
We're now stranded on this deserted island in the middle of the ocean. And we're gonna be stranded here for the next 7 days. And that boat, if these 4 contestants can survive the next 1,000